Hey guys, what's up? This is Dingo Crikey here with another commentary video. This time I'm going to be discussing a topic relating to Transformers 5. If you guys are interested in more news and commentary on Transformers 5, the Transformers Age of Extinction toy line, or the upcoming Transformers Robots in Disguise cartoon, then check out my playlist and channel where you can also find over 20 of my Transformers stop motion videos, some of which are previewed here. However, this video is going to be dealing with the possibility of the combiners appearing in Transformers 5. I've received a lot of requests for videos on various characters' appearances in Transformers 5, most of which I plan to cover in an upcoming video, but among those requests a lot of people have been bringing up the combiner characters. I wrote down the names of two particular users who had recommended this topic, and sorry in advance if I butcher your names, but those requests were from user Ethan Mikaya and user Christian Gragetta. And once again, sorry if I butchered the pronunciation, not good with pronouncing names, that kind of stuff. Anyways, due to the significance of the combiner characters and the heightened possibility of their appearance, I figured, they deserve their own video. With that said, let's get started. So technically we have seen the combiner characters appear in the live action films. However, it hasn't been since Revenge of the Fallen that any combiners have made an appearance, and not everyone was satisfied with the way they were handled. I mean, Devastator, as shown in Revenge of the Fallen, was much different from previous combiners in Transformers. None of the characters who formed Devastator really had individual personalities, at least none that were shown in the film, and they really weren't any kind of team either. Plus, Devastator's design was much different than the traditional Transformer combiners, and that's going to come with the films, but, Devastator was really different. I mean, furthermore, Devastator is only one of the many combined forms to have appeared in Transformers media, hence, many have yet to make an appearance in the films. So, are there any chances that we could see combiners such as the Aerialbots or the Combaticons debut in Transformers 5? Obviously, it's still too early to say anything for sure or base any predictions on hard evidence. I mean, there just isn't much on the production of Transformers 5 that has been revealed yet. But we can make some assumptions based on the releases coming in the upcoming generation's Combiner War lines. We know that for the year of 2015, the Generations toy line is going to be taking a shift to focus on the Combiner characters. The examples we are currently given consist of the Aerialbots and the Stunticons. Now, this might not initially seem relevant, as the Generations line is obviously different from the movie line or what would happen in the films, but at least from what I've observed, it seems like the TV shows and toy lines will often take influence from the films, or vice versa, or they'll, sort of give like a preview of what we can see in the films. Examples include the cyberforming of Earth in Transformers Prime, which was then dealt with in Transformers Age of Extinction, sort of, with the seed and all of that. The use of Beast characters in Prime, which, then we've seen the Dinobots in Age of Extinction, and now Grimlock is in the Robots in Disguise cartoon, so it's kind of a back and forth thing there. Megatron's appearance in Transformers Animated, and some of the plot lines with his character in the show and the 2007 film were similar, and even going back to the return of traditional characters such as Bumblebee in the Classics toy line, and then he was made a mainstream character in the 2007 film. So within the upcoming cartoon, comics, and toys, I think we can expect some previewing for Transformers 5. And being that the combiners are a big theme in the upcoming toys, I think there might be a possibility of their appearance in the next Transformers film. Once again, it's kind of just a theory, but I think there's pretty good chances of it. Moreover, I think that there are a lot of reasons why the makers of the film might want to use the combiners. For one, they would provide a theme for the film. And while we may see themes as far as the creators go, the combiners would translate much better into the toy line. They wouldn't only provide a theme for the film, but also for the toy line. Combiner characters also have been popular in Transformers media for a long time, and seeing as they weren't used to their full potential in the past, as far as the films go, it would be really cool to see them again. And finally, seeing them on the big screen movie style would be very exciting, especially if they were something more like the traditional combiners than what we've seen with Devastator, while still obviously having the movie twist. As far as theories on how they would be integrated into the story of the film, I'll leave that for another video. However, I do believe there may be potential for the Dinobot and Combiner themes to come together. No pun intended. Well, I guess some. Anyways, since the Dinobots have already appeared in Transformers Age of Extinction, they really can't simply use the appearance of the Dinobots to put the audience in a state of awe. I mean, I do want to see the Dinobots appear in Transformers 5, and personally I would like to see them have leveled up to have their own personalities. However, adding slight upgrades to the Dinobots' designs to make them combiners, I think would be really, really cool. I mean, I'm getting the visualization of the 4 Dinobots along with a 5th one, hopefully Snarl or Slog, combining into some gigantic mechanical dragon monster thingamajig of awesomeness, you know what I mean? That would be a really different take on the Dinobots, but I think it'd be really, really cool. I mean, they could combine into something called Triptychon, but, you know, I wouldn't really want them using Triptychon in that way. It would be kind of cool because they'd be a giant dinosaur transformer, but I'd more prefer like a giant dragon transformer, maybe even something with huge wings or something like that. I think it could be really, really cool. I mean, if the Dinobots were turned into combiners, and if a lot of the theories were right that Galvatron is going to find some kind of animal transformers of his own, then maybe we could see something like the Seacons or the Predacons go against the Dinobots, and both teams could eventually use their combined forms to fight each other. It would probably make the budget for the film huge, and it might start to feel like Godzilla, but I think that would be really, really cool to see in the films. I don't know how probable Dinobot combiners are, or Seacons, anything like that. That might be asking for a little bit too much, but even if we were going to see something like the Combaticons in the films, I think that would still be really, really cool. I mean, it's been a while since we had military vehicle Decepticons, so yeah, I would like to see that. And I think maybe this generation use of combiners is a preview for Transformers 5. So, you know, that's all I have to say about it, kind of starting to ramp here. Basically, I want to throw out the possibility of the Generations combiners being a preview for things to come in Transformers 5. Once again, we don't have any kind of real evidence, but we do know that the films have taken inspiration from Transformers media that runs alongside of them, or vice versa. Anyways, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think there are any chances of the combiners such as Combaticons or Aerialbots, or maybe even the Technobots, that'd be really cool, fitting into the chaos of Transformers 5? Which combiner characters would you like to see? Or maybe you think that the combiners are simply a boring idea and you have some other suggestions for what you would like to see in Transformers 5. Along with your thoughts on this topic, drop off any other topic suggestions you might have on Transformers 5, the upcoming Robots in Disguise cartoon, or especially the Transformers Age of Extinction toy line. I haven't done a video on Age of Extinction in a while, and I've wanted to do something on the toys, but so many other topics, and you know, aren't too many good ones to do for that right now. But if you have them, then leave them in the comment section below. For those who've suggested different characters for Transformers 5, I do plan on doing a Transformers 5 Character Predictions number 2 video sometime soon, so stick around for that. And that's all I have to say for this one. Check out my previous commentary videos if you're interested in more Transformers discussion topics. Also, you can check out my Transformers stop motion videos. And stay tuned for a new Transformers commentary video this Sunday. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and have a good one, guys.